First tonight to shocking new allegations against Adelaide's Forensic Science Centre and the work of troubled forensic pathologist Dr Cala. Today Tonight has just learnt that some remains of one of the men killed in the Gladstone munitions blast earlier this year are still being held in forensic labs in the city. The alarming mix-up means the young victim was buried without all his body parts and the family wasn't even told. Graham Archer has this exclusive report.
Whilst we know where, we don't know why and we don't know how at this stage.
Tonight, a bombshell, almost literally and most certainly emotionally.
It really is quite amazing there weren't more fatalities here given the sheer force of the explosion. Witnesses say it was felt about 40 k's away, and that's
We were
really
all
not
horrified by the deaths of 3 men working at the Gladstone munitions factory when it blew apart in May this year.
We know most of the people that work out there and they're good people.
Half the football team's out there. That's what's going to affect everybody.
The state was inspired by the way the community rallied around the loved ones of those lost.
Before the game, players and spectators observed a minute's silence and emotions were running high.
There's a lot of bruised people, or a lot of people hurting.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
And moved by the funerals of Damien Harris and Matt Keeley. But we've now learnt that parts of the body of one of the men were not returned to the family to be buried as they should have been. Unbeknownst to the family, they remained stored at the Adelaide Forensic Science Centre. The job of bringing all the remains together is that of the forensic pathologist doing the post-mortems. In this case, that pathologist is Dr Cala.
The Forensic Science South Australia has no information that warrants any variation in the duties performed by Dr Cala.
That's the same Dr Cala who's currently facing an unprofessional conduct complaint in New South Wales over mistaking a double murder for a motor vehicle accident.
When Bill and Pam Weightman's bodies were discovered in their car 6 years ago, Dr Cala found it was an accident. What he missed was that the Weightman's son David had drugged them and smothered them before rolling them down the embankment.
The same Dr Cala that over the last few days the Director of Public Prosecution, Stephen Polaris, has insisted he still plans to use in future cases.
I can't do anything to avoid that risk except take the best advice that I can from those who know. I don't know. I'm advised by those who are employed to give precisely that assessment. They are the best people in town to know. If they don't know, then no one does.
It appears the DPP may have to rethink, as we endeavoured to warn him at his press conference.
Mr. Archer,
and I would suggest that if you want to save some embarrassment, you should.
This afternoon we attempted to get a comment from the Coroner's Office and Forensic Science SA without success. We've also contacted the family, but they too, it seems, have been instructed not to comment.
It's a complete Pandora's box, Graham. I mean, if they lift the lid any higher, how many more might pop out?